I'm pretty sure we're good and rested. We're gonna stick with these two. Still haven't bothered looking into how to actually fix Yatzli's weird face. But I think today we're gonna check out... We're gonna start by checking out Solace Keep. Maybe go from there to that little island to the southwest where the expedition team is supposed to be. If they even let us in here.
My. It's rather dusty here, isn't it? How did the dwarves manage?
I was hoping there'd be some commentary from Marius, but no. From what I remember, I'm going to check. The northern region is actually about the same size as the first region, but we spent the first part of last session going through Shatterscarp and Dawnshore. The gate's closed. Let's check out this place first. I've got the morning voice going on. I can feel it. Serena's Mercy. Oh. Oh, I heard that. Ooh. Corrupted Audra. And oh, the prison tower key. Okay. What's this? Prisoner incident log? This log contains neat and terse lember, with each entry written by a different hand. Curiously, the name of the prisoner in the last incident has been entirely crossed out, rendering the name illegible. Incident. Inmate Faldu claimed guards were withholding water and food. Found crumbs under bedding, given reduced rations for a fortnight. Incident. Inmate Cressidu once again refused water and soap for bathing. I think there should be an E there. Claims he never needed them before. Warden dumped water over inmate's head, threw soap at him. Incident. Inmate Rini appeared not to respond to wake-up call or attempt to rouse her. Healer found nothing wrong. Warden hid behind wall and offered food, and an inmate woke, ate, and then pretended to sleep once more. Inmate X has spent most days arguing against his imprisonment. Warden offered to speak to Counselor Mihala since she brought the charges, and inmate settled down. Prisoner has since been transferred. Warden has no plan to contact Counselor. Huh. And his book is a charred leather tome. This dark leather binding, the dark leather binding this thick tome has been blackened from the kiss of fire. The gilded lettering on its spine reads, Searing Passion, or The Chains of Desire That Freed My Soul. A strand of red silk marks a page about 2/3 of the way through the book at the beginning of the chapter. Should I read this? I think I've read some passionate books in the past in this series, so I may as well. My heart was pounding in my chest as I navigated the wide streets of Queensbirth. Officers of the Royal Deadfire Company rarely had reason to come to this district, but tonight I did. My only reason to ever return to this grossly opulent place was Mistress Rabuna. While some may think of her as just another courtesan of the Wild Mare, they could not be further from the truth. She is a singular woman, embodying not only the pain and challenge of enduring Magran's trials, but also the satisfaction and growth that comes from successfully doing so. Time slowed to a crawl as I made the short climb up the stairs to the upper floor of the Wild Mare. Steeling my nerves, I approached the closed door that would lead me to Mistress Rabuna. Her voice, as commanding as ever, called out from beyond the door as I knocked. You may enter. Wasting no time, I opened the door to Mistress Rabuna's chambers and stepped inside. The familiar scents of brimstone and steel were the first things to assault my senses, followed soon after by the stifling heat. As I met her gaze, the utter contempt in her eyes made my knees tremble as I quickly looked down to the ground. You are late. Her words hit me with the intensity of a smith's hammer striking hot metal. My mouth went insanely dry as I unsuccessfully attempted to make my excuse. I'm sorry, Rabuna. The glowing chains held loosely in her hands were snapped taut, and I immediately corrected myself. Mistress Rabuna, She stood from her commanding throne, and my pathetic excuses evaporated like droplets of water on the desert's blazing sands. You will be punished. Now be a good little boy, remove your clothes, close the door, and prepare yourself for an extended visit to the stocks. Unwilling to further stoke Mistress Rabuna's already blazing ire, I bowed once again and began to comply with her orders. Okay, well, I'm assuming it was cast in the fire for being some heretical stuff. What do you have to say?
Welcome to Serena's Mercy, outsider. There's nothing for you to see here.
You've been like, you were standing very well at attention. I'm assuming that weird smutty book is yours.
You let me out of here right now!
Will you pipe down over there?
I'm innocent!
No, you gave the goods back. That's something else.
I demand that this farce of a justice system answer for itself.
Do you do this every day?
What's an ancient keep without a grimy torture chamber?
Ugh. Yikes. Well, what's in the torture room? Just some crafty goods. Okay. Ah, there's hot coals, a bloody hatchet, and a butcher board. There's a whole ass foot on that table, and a hand right there. Oh god, this is a very spiky chair. Okay, I'm not looking at this. Hey Warden, how you doing?
Move along.
Hey Renato, how you doing? Are you gonna be mad at me for talking to you?
Oh, thank the gods. Finally.
Renato here was selling our grave goods to traveling merchants. Don't let him tell about maps and causes. He's a common thief.
What do you mean grave goods?
I admit I took a few things from Pargruna memorials.
Oh.
And I admit the caravans paid me a good price for them. Expeditions have costs.
Wait, you're a cartographer? Okay, I guess maybe I'm doing this out of order because I didn't visit Solace Keep. So you were lining your own pockets?
You can't line a pocket that's full of holes. Sansa has no idea what the living lands are like. He sits in his emporium and thinks it's the Deadfire. Well, it's not. Every day out here is a matter of life and death.
We do fine without grave robbing.
I just needed to survive.
Huh. See, I feel weird doing this sort of out of order because I'm missing some context. He stole from, like, graves, and he sold it. Yeah, I'm just gonna take your notes. You'll have to untangle this mess yourself.
I don't know about map making, but we confiscated these. Maybe they're what you're looking for.
Wait till he throws you to the wilds. Then see how you feel.
Okay. Oh. Well, that was helpful. Fruitful, even. Does this open? It does. Tane's confession. Oh, Tane was here. What? Dear friendly guards of Solace Keep, I am ready to make a confession. I confess that I used a scroll of Form of the Helpless Beast to turn myself into a pig. I confess that I accidentally followed a guard into the council chamber. I confess that when the spell wore off, my clothes were gone. Furthermore, I confess that being a pig was the second greatest experience of my life, and I confess that I'm not sorry. Did you know that this is the most cramped prison I've ever stayed in? Thankfully, I won't be here long. If I'm guilty of anything, it's that I'm criminally underappreciated as an escape artist. Your pal, Tane the Archmage, author of Tane's Chaotic Orb. I like how he signs every note we've seen with that, like it's the only thing he's done that matters. I mean, it probably is, you know? Oh well. Oh cool, we found the next map bit. Let's go to Solace Keep before I run into any other bounties out of order. See if they even let me in. Probably not, but you never know. Hey.
Voitu meu. It's Cosmine. Just let me handle this.
What? Marius? No. You must be a ghost. A curse.
That would be news to me.
You. You're alive. You. Asshole. You show your face now? Now?
You missed him, didn't you?
Several times, but I hit more than I missed.
We used to be friends. Or so I thought. But then this Jitule left. Unannounced. No note, no nothing. Didn't even say goodbye to Iancu.
Hold on. First off, you have like an accent from Fiorme Siverno, which is kind of weird. Fuitu Meo means fuck me. Jitule means bastard. Iancu is a warden of Solace Keep. Okay.
And now you cozy up here, after 3 years, with an adherent godlike, no less? No offense.
Some taken.
What are you all doing at the ass end of the living lands anyway?
You know I wouldn't be here if it wasn't important. We need to speak to the council.
You know the rules. Outsiders cannot enter without express permission of the council.
Or with an honored warden.
Which you are not. I shouldn't even be talking to either of you. It's forbidden.
The steel garrote could be already in Gallowayne's tusk. Solace Keep might be in danger.
Ha! If those bastards were here, we'd know. And if they came for us, we'd kill them. Simple as that.
Oh, then I guess we have nothing to worry about. Solace is saved, and we didn't even have to do anything.
The Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart, and we're gonna stop it.
Then you're wasting your time. We don't have any of that plague business in our keep.
Cosmine, you're doing that thing you always do when you're lying.
I didn't lie. There haven't been any dream trolls in Solace Keep.
And once again, I'm here waiting for your butt.
But there are rumors from the living archives. Sleepwalking, mad talking. Kostya told us it was the fumes from the volcano.
That's the Dream Scourge, bud. Adir sent me to stop it. Also, I don't know why Marius is looking after his butt.
I never trusted an outsider, much less an Adiran. But I never thought Marius would either.
Come on, Cosmine. Have I ever lied to you when it really counted?
Gods damn it. I'm going to regret this, aren't I?
Probably.
I'll let you in, but be warned. Solace is not as it was, Marius.
I doubt it. Nothing really changes in Solace.
You'll see for yourself. The council isn't what it was. Keep a watchful eye. Lower it on down. Quickly now.
Yay.
Do you think they'd let me get on and ride it to the top?
Just be aware, people of Solace are just as stubborn as its walls.
I expected that. I mean, hell, you had prisoners that were mad at me for like advocating for them.
Here we go.
See, I knew you'd be happy to be here.
If you need it, I can make us invisible for a quick escape.
Can you? Don't lie to people. It's just tab. Nothing. Okay.
If it's the new recruit playing games again, I'm going to... Face. It's just like... No. It's the lack of sleep. It's impossible.
Oh, yeah.
Still,
Hey.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Hey.
No one cares about protocol anymore.
Hey, I'm gonna steal all of your weaponry so I can deconstruct it.
Wait, you're not from the country. We're supposed to be here an hour.
Better not have gotten themselves killed. We need the supplies. I
Whoa.
swear, if they've gotten themselves drunk out there, I'm going to turn them into leather.
Wait, I hear that. Is it over here? It is over here. Yeah.
You look just like Nandru.
Yeah, that's what they keep saying.
His markings. The council is going to lose its mind.
Gala is going to... This never happened.
I can't wait to see what the council will say.
Sounds like Nandru was also a godless of Sapadal.
Duty won't keep us from
Good for him.
Go there and talk to your mother today.
Hey, you guys have names.
But Kostya says that Solace Keep is nothing but a crypt. We'll die in here. I'm so tired of listening to you. Kostya this, Kostya that. Solace Keep protects us all. I don't want to hear another word.
Hey, what's going on?
An outlander.
Don't mean to be disrespectful, but we'd prefer not to deal with your kind. What's wrong with talking to the Outlander, We need outside opinions. We need medicine. You're sick, Mother. Pargrunen affairs are Pargrunen affairs. We don't speak of them to outsiders. Even if it costs you your life, Mother? You'd rather die than ask for help from an Outlander?
Kostya has a lot to answer for. Poisoning our youth's minds with these ideas.
This is gonna be a fun session. Poisoning is a strong choice of words.
Solace Keep's matters are for Solace Keep's wardens. Stay out of it.
Why won't you listen? If we don't change our ways, the Pargrunen are done for. I don't want to hear another word of this.
An outlander.
Me?
An outlander.
Oh well. There's probably some sort of almost quest there. But either way, let's take... Ooh, there's an elevator? Is it going up or down? We're never gonna know! Because it just turns on the loading screen.
Is that Marius? He's alive?
Welcome back to Wodikas Nails, an outsider.
Hey.
Nobody told me to expect outsiders. Welcome to...
You really aren't used to outsiders, I take it.
No, I can't say I am. Do you have any questions about Solace Keep?
Why were you so shocked by my appearance? As if I don't already know.
I've never seen anyone quite like you, is all. No, that's not entirely true. All I'll say is, take a good look at the big statue of Nandru, this keep's founder, when you enter the main hall. A word of warning before you enter. You are the first outsiders to visit the keep in longer than I know.
Well, it's an honor to be here, I guess.
It is an honor to have you. Enjoy your visit to Solace Keep.
He doesn't know what to do. Huh. Almost thought he'd have some sort of little commentary to say. But no. Ooh, a gem. Oh wait, there was a note. Help wanted, repair the godless aqueducts. You all keep asking me how we can pump more water from the springs, and I keep telling you the same things. We can't. What we can do is repair the old aqueduct out by the slumbering fields. They worked for the godless centuries ago, they just need a little upkeep now. If you're tired of tasting sulfur in your water, then join my small expeditionary team to take stock of repairs. If the godless left functional aqueducts behind, we should consider them a gift of Abaddon. There's no reason we shouldn't use them. Come find me by the fountain on the second floor of the keep if you're interested. Chief Engineer Gabral. Yeah, I've read about him. We sort of fell into that quest.
Hasn't changed a bit.
Well, that sounds like a perfect excuse to spruce things up.
Okay, he's got a flower crown.
An outsider here?
There's like a plant on top of him. I can see the icon on the map. On the mini-map. Hey. Do we actually need to talk to them yet? Because, like... that was the excuse we had to get in, but we didn't see anything. But anyways...
Mikala is to blame. We need to open our gates to the world, lest it leave us behind. Absolutely. Can you imagine if we had access to fresh crops from Fjord? Or all of the goods that pass through Paradise? No, I can't. Not with Mikala calling the shots. Then perhaps it's time for a change around here.
Oh, I picked up the key and I still hear the noise. It must be up on the scaffolding?
The council chamber is behind me. Take the lift.
Ooh, an old hammer. This is a quest item. I'm not going to grab it yet. Hey there, Captain.
So you're the outsiders my guards let into the keep. Sucker. Now I'm going to have to deal with Kazmin. And you're accompanied by a deserter.
There's the Joffrey I know. Still calling your parents by their first names.
Yes, I am. Every time I visit them. You should try it sometime. If you've a complaint, can it wait? I'm already dealing with enough.
Don't judge Cosmin too harshly. I'm pretty persuasive.
Doesn't matter. Unless the council has approved it, no outsiders are allowed in the keep. And now one of my wardens has let you in. Mihala is going to ream me for this.
Is it really that bad?
Gods, yes. The wardens take an oath to protect the keep. That includes outside influences. Not that you'd know, but the council isn't known for their temperance. None of this is even my job. Not really, anyway. Mihala ordered me to take over for our Captain Petru until he comes back, but it's been weeks and no one's heard anything.
Well, what happened to him?
If I knew, I wouldn't be talking to you, Nimdut. Mihala said it was council business, but there's nothing in his office. No journal, nothing. One of my wardens, Mina, is convinced something happened to him, but I don't have the time or resources to spare.
I could look for him if you'd like.
Would you? That would take a load off of me. The council might even thank you for it. Talk to Mina. She's been distraught since Petru disappeared, so I've relieved her of her duties. I can't have one of my wardens like this, drunk and useless. She's likely over in the bar, drowning her sorrows. If there's anything to know about Petru, she'd know it.
The captain is missing. The one in charge? That's not a good sign.
Yeah.
Wake up, Mother. It's me, your little grubbling. Oh, my dear. It's been so long. How is my grandson, that little blight?
Mother, I saw you earlier. Don't you remember?
No, my little grub. I'm sorry. But where is your boy?
He's just on patrol. He'll be back soon.
Oh.
Go. You won't do any good here.
Oh, there's the bounty board.
Mihala understands the importance of tradition. Nandru chose this place for a reason, huh?
Exactly. To leave would only insult the great founder.
Generations of our kin have lived and died within these halls. We can't disappoint them.
As long as we lend our strength to Mihala, we won't.
I think I'm just not going to bother visiting the council. Yeah, I am great. Okay, so anyways, we got bounties. The Spore King. A reward will be given for killing an exceptionally territorial sporling that's been causing havoc in the slumbering fields. It is believed to have been around since even before Nandru's time, but it is causing difficulty for our engineers and wardens that are trying to ensure fresh water continues flowing to Solace Keep. This creature must be destroyed for all our sakes. Claim your reward, return proof of your kill to Sulwyn in Solace Keep.
We've taken to calling it the Spore King. Not sure when it started or who is to blame, but the name stuck. Unfortunately.
We got Consigar and Krista. A reward will be given for killing a pair of ogres that have taken up residence at the old godless shrine. They are extremely aggressive and have refused any attempts to communicate. Worse, they have slain multiple wardens patrolling the area. Congasar and Krusta must be eliminated. I already killed them, and I'm assuming the wardens they killed were the skeletons we fought.
Be careful with those ogres. Bastards are tough.
Yeah, they were. Destal is a foul undead creature seen wandering the ash forest. For some reason, it's taking up residence in the forest's crater. Its very existence is an affront to Wotica. Cleanse the tusks of its foul presence.
Put that poor husk out of its misery. Destroy it, so that the soul within can be free.
Hell yeah. Then a beetle matriarch. A reward will be given for killing a deadly beetle matriarch. It's established a large nest in Gallowayne's tusks and is breeding at an alarming rate. Remove this menace and stem the beetle invasion plaguing the region.
Be careful with this one. We believe it's the source of the beetles infesting the region.
Huh. Then we got Ervil now. A reward will be given for killing the fiend Ervil now. This massive bear infected by the Dream Skirt has been spotted in the Twined Wood. The god's forsaken beast has slain some of Solace's best wardens. It threatens the safety of our people and must be killed.
Be careful. Some of our best wardens were lost to that thing. Bereth guide their souls to a better life.
Oh. And Renato's dispatch. Wanted. Sansa, some Nimdude from Paradise, reports his assistant Renato is missing somewhere in the Tusks. A reward has been offered for the return of Renato's cartographic notes. Below is the last correspondence in case he's not already dead. Sansa, my good man, work is still proceeding apace. It's rocky going, though. Hot, cold, and windy all in the same day. Hope to reach Solace Keep tomorrow, looking forward to the local cuisine. These wilds are a test of what one considers edible. I'll have the geologic feature data sent your way as soon as I find anything resembling a courier post. The Pergrunen are skeptical of outsiders, to put it delicately. I'm not sure what a Nimdude is, but I've been called it 3 times. Any longer and I might not be above bribing a merchant caravan to carry it. If I've learned one thing about the Tusks, it's that a fellow has to do what it takes. Renato. Well, hey.
Welcome to the Tusks, outsider. Be courteous while in Solace's halls, and you shall remain welcome. Check the board for bounties. Anything catch your eye, feel free to take it on. You'll be rewarded accordingly.
You have a bounty to claim.
Well done, outsider. Seems you may have a thing or two you could show my wardens.
I killed the ogres Konzagar and Krusta.
You did it? Can't believe someone took them on. Let me look at those amulets. How strange. Matching half moons. Excellent work.
I also killed the beetle matriarch.
Well done. We'll always have bugs to deal with, but at least they won't be hatching in such large numbers anymore.
Well, for now. I mean, don't let your guard down. There are plenty of viable nesting sites out there.
I'll be sure to pass on the word, envoy.
Alright. What is that? I see a... Oh, Destil's a single star thing. Cool. Well, I was seeing like a circle on the map and I was wondering what it was. Find clues about the locations. Yeah, I need to find the,
Outsider?
A merchant should have it. Warden?
You need something?
You don't see a lot of outsiders here, do you?
Never once, and now that I have, I can't say I care for it. Leave our keep and our garden be. That's all I'll say on that.
I'd like to trade. This is Yorgu's general wares. You've got a fancy shield. Oh, there we go. Map about information on Gallowayne's totem. Let's get it. Where the fungal forest halts among ruins, the changeling's totem exalts. Below a bridge above the acid sea, the first of the Yalk's remains shall be. I already got the totem base. Past a disused tower guarding lava fields, by stone and bramble the antler is sealed. The lupine pelt will heed your call on ashen tower where the sky did fall. Near the founder's head these arrows find out of view where he is blind. In a fallen spire amidst fields of slumber, a wooden trio awaits to be discovered. That's a real half rhyme. The final shaft you shall seek in a silent village where spirits still shriek. Okay, you got a lot of random stuff. Let's sell our stuff a little bit. Huh. Blech. Always with the sneezing. Ah, now my chest feels kind of weird. I'm glad I muted myself. Whoa, what? Oh, yeah. So what's with this circle? Are you Mina? Right, I have to talk about the person.
Outsiders in the keep? Joffrey really must be shit at commanding the wardens if you got in. Marius? You're back? God's alive. I never thought I'd see you again.
Mina, is that you? Didn't recognize you with all that whiskey smell around you.
The whiskey helps me sleep. I've been working extra shifts without Petru here. Things would be a lot better if he was still in charge.
Uh-huh. Well, Joffrey's not too happy you left either.
Left? That what he told you? Sucker. Our captain didn't just up and disappear without warning. Something must have happened to him.
What makes you think that?
It's law in the keep that we don't ever leave Solace. Ever. Not unless we're on assignment at an outpost. Your friend Marius here is an example as to what happens if we do. Some people don't like that. Petru... he skirted the rules. Has some project out there, at that abandoned warden tower. He usually goes out for a day or two, but always comes back. It's been weeks now, and nothing. I figure something must have happened to him. Who knows what's out there? Attacked by Zaribs, killed in a lava flow.
Even with a warden's skill, the terrain alone is hostile enough to kill a lone traveler.
That's what I'm afraid of. I begged Joffrey to go after him, but he won't spare the wardens. Gave me a week to cool off, as he put it. So, here I am. Look, I know it's not your business, but you're the only one who can go in and out of the keep. If you happen to go by the abandoned warden tower, just to the northwest of Solace, keep an eye out for him, all right? Even a clue as to where he is would help. Maybe I'd be able to convince Joffrey to send someone after him.
I'll do what I can.
Never thought I'd see an outsider do more for me than my own people. Thanks, Adiren.
Yee.
known to disappear and deepen my research, but this sounds much more ominous.
That's it. I'm cutting you off, Mina. You're talking nonsense.
You think...
That's Saka, and you know it. You're too scared of Mihala to even...
Better than this mystery meat. That's for sure.
You got interrupted. Beetle, a how-to. This blocky script was written with an overly heavy hand. What is Beetle? It's the wretched excuse for mead that we have in this godforsaken waste we call home. It's a beverage as harsh and unyielding as the Pargrunen that drink it. It's a point of pride for Solace's proud defenders and a shared hatred that brings our people together. That's what Beetle is. To truly appreciate Beetle and the horrendous process through which it is made, you first know of its origins. When my great-great-great-great-grandmother... The letter continues like this for several paragraphs before finally ending in a laughably short recipe. Oh god, even in fantasy worlds... You don't even need to write the story. There's no advertisements on your paper. That's just goofy. Hey there, chef.
Listen, everyone wants seconds, okay? You can get back in line or wait until next meal.
I haven't had firsts yet.
Well, I don't... thought you were... Let me start over. I am the ringleader of the circus. No one does anything without a belly full of... whatever we're warming up here today. Honestly, Marius here would catch something better than I could rustle up for you.
I just do what I do. You make last week's salt pork taste like... this week's salt pork.
Hey.
Take a compliment, Amakula. You're a good hunter. Always were. I have a little time to chat right now. What can I do for you?
This guy's like the only dwarf we've met that isn't immediately mad. I'd like to trade. Well, actually, no. It didn't seem like the farms outside Solace were producing very much.
I doubt they ever will. The land here doesn't yield much, as you saw. And our livestock usually has many more legs than we do. We sometimes send wardens to the Twinewood to hunt, but that brings other dangers. I wish there was more we could do, but tradition is law, right? Of course, that means I have to be creative, to find ways to make everything edible and palatable, at least.
Prey is scarce. Must be hard to find enough to feed a community like Solace.
Our hunters try, they certainly do. Every now and then they bring in a bear or a beetle of some sort. Ever tried giant beetle? It's like a meat pudding. Close your eyes and think sweet, and you'd almost think it's dessert. Councillor Kostia wants things to change around here. He wants to work with the other settlements to increase trade. Imagine it. Fish from Thirdborn, wild game from Paradis, produce from Fior Messiverno.
What's the downside?
Tradition says we have to survive without help from the outside world, or we'll never survive. Tradition has kept these walls standing. It makes sense why we'd be slow to risk losing that.
Well, I wish you luck with all that.
Thank you, my friend. Best of luck to you.
Is this gonna... Yeah, it's gonna cut the conversation. Okay.
Greetings. What can I do for my new friends?
I'd like to trade. Kmitru's questionable edibles. Oh, you've got a unique ring. It makes food restore 40% more health and essence. This useful but modest enchantment on this ring is at odds with its over-the-top extravagant design. The base, a heavy band of high-quality gold, is worth a fair price in its own right, but the numerous diamonds embedded into it propel that value to something most people couldn't really comprehend. Whoever used such an expensive piece of jewelry as host for this enchantment must have had far more wealth than they knew what to do with. Yeah. That's just goofy. I don't need that. Back door? Nope. Okay, we got people popping in out of nowhere. That's spooky. Is this a door? What's in here?
Never going to survive out there.
You're probably right, but it was their choice. They're no longer our people.
I know. But my brother is among them. I just wish he'd recognize his mistake and come back home.
I'm sorry, but this isn't your brother's home anymore.
Yes, you're right. He made his choice.
Oh well.
I have to bring this to the council's attention.
I swear to God, this Pargruna nail is everywhere.
No, I couldn't possibly. It's too precious. Safe. In the drawer.
What's this? Unfinished poetry? These hastily scrawled words formed the beginning of a poem that was never finished. What would I do for you, my son? There's quite a list, far more than one. I would travel to the garden for you. I would eat a bowl of Solace stew. I would rather play with you instead of handling the wares of the honored dead. I would split apart the gray stone sky to give you a look of the world outside. But for now, all that I can do is... Hey, fella. I'm taking your stuff. What's this diary entry? Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all read that. I'm allowed to have some dignity. Hey, Petru's key. Now we're going through his stuff. Hell yeah! Oh, he's got a nice little view. Nice dagger that is now mine. There's a trash pile, I guess? I don't know. It's kind of weird, not gonna lie. Look what I can do, short people. I'm not gonna go up there, but I do want to check out this.
Do you think Abidon and Magra never kiss? They both like fire, after all.
I feel like a shrine of Abidon among the forges of Solace is rather self-explanatory.
Yeah. We got the Forge Master's orders. This notice is written in intense, angry handwriting on a piece of smudged, charred parchment. To all who serve in the Forge. I understand you think I am unworthy of this position, but by decree of the Council of Solace and our hollow traditions, I am your Forge Master, and you shall all treat me as such. For example, No more leaving stations unkempt. No more sloughing ash in my direction. No more stealing of my rations. No more using the forge fires to cook meat. No more hilarious effigies. No more use of the term Gorge Master to refer to my eating habits. No more flicking slag at me than acting like you did nothing. Thule, I know it was you. No more swapping my quenching oil out for deadly acid. No more patting me on my head instead of saying yes, Forge Master. I expect these guidelines to be followed to the letter, lest the Commandant hear my complaint herself. Forge Master, Della. Alright, well. I wonder if having read that gives me an extra dialogue option to call him Gorge Master.
I hope you don't mind if I shout a bit. I feel like it's impossible to hear anything over all this banging and quenching. Indeed, they came down to tell us that we had outsiders about. I swore I misheard. I probably should have cleaned up the place.
Well, nothing to apologize for. A clean forge would be very strange.
I suppose it would. We just don't get many outsiders down here. Ever. I am Forge Master Della. Recently appointed, I should add. Old Master Tassa passed away. And the council appointed me.
Master Tassa died? I figured that old lady would live forever.
So did I. Turns out death comes for us all. Surprised me, too.
Sorry to hear about your old master.
Thanks. She was a great master. Even if she could have used the odd bath now and again. But that's beside the point. What can I do for you?
So, stockkeeper Eberk told me that you can make something special with these.
Did he now? And what exactly is Hobbiton's shiny beard? That's star metal! These days I work more with a quill than a hammer, but I think I can make an exception for this. And if the council doesn't like it, they can make someone else Forge Master. Oh, I'd be a happy man to be working the forge again. Oh, how I miss it!
I'm gonna let him continue.
The heat of the flowing lava. The feeling of power as you shape metal to your liking. The rush of adrenaline when an errant spark lights your beard aflame.
Keep waiting.
The burn of sore muscles that have worked a hammer for hours. The rhythmic tune the metal sings as you work
it. You really enjoy smithing, huh?
Huh? What makes you say that? Oh, is it... Oh, no, never mind. Let's not get carried away, huh? Back to business.
Bit late for that.
I could refine and sharpen the material into a sword, certainly. A simple enough ask once you know the secrets of star metal. Alternatively, there's something I've wanted to make since the last time I had my hands on this stuff. A star metal arquebus. Now that sounds like a proper challenge.
So that's how you say it. Well, we already have a magic sword and a magic arquebus. But, you know, let's have him forge a gun. I'm interested in seeing how that would work.
May Abaddon guide my hand, and this trial be worthy of Magrin's attention.
This ought to be good.
Here it is. A firearm unlike any other. I call it the Moonstrike Arquebus, for it will strike your enemies as fiercely as Abaddon's hammer struck the falling moon.
I see why you're the Forge Master. This thing looks incredible, probably.
You are most welcome, outsider. However, this material is unlike any other metal. It is superior in nearly every way, and an unmatched challenge to work. I want to see what else I could do with it. Bring me more fragments, and I will forge for you a blade unlike any other. Though with more star metal, I may be able to upgrade the Moonstrike Arquebus a bit more.
I think I found 3 pieces, so I have 2 more left. So let's upgrade the arquebus.
Let's. I've been looking forward to doing this for a long time. Proper rifling for the barrel and a bit of weight balancing will do this arquebus wonders.
Can't wait to see how this turns out.
Here you are. A firearm unlike any other. Use it to rain death upon your foes for me, eh?
You have outdone yourself, Forge Master. I'll put this to good use.
I should hope so. Anything less would be an enormous waste of potential. What can I do for you?
I'd like to see your wares. Faith and Conviction, heavy armor. I don't need heavy armor. I also still don't have enough to make it real worth it, you know? Oh well. Alright, I think I'm done with that. I did want to say he had a...
You're back! What did you miss most? The loud clanging or the grimy walls and floor? What can I do for you?
I wanted to talk about your inspiration from that shrine to Abaddon.
I know. A shrine to Abaddon in a forge. How unique.
Where do you get your materials?
We have mines throughout the tasks, though most of them were abandoned until very recently. Most of our material comes from reforging old equipment. Someone dies or retires and we make something new from their stuff.
It's a fine tradition, if you don't mind going on patrol in your dead uncle's old pants.
Mock all you like, outcast. This way has worked for centuries.
Why were the mines abandoned?
Like most things around Solace, they got too costly and dangerous to maintain. The council thought it best to close them down. Council of Kostya has argued to get some of them open again. We might be getting some new ores sometime soon.
Okay, well, what if I say I have more star metal?
Blessed day. What would you like done?
You mentioned a sword. Show me what you can make.
Very good. This shouldn't take long. Let me show you why the council chose me to be master of this forge.
At least your enemies will see a gorgeous weapon. Before you kill them, of course.
Hell yeah.
It is done. I call it the Meteor Blade. Never before has anything I've crafted held such a wicked edge.
I will wield this weapon with pride.
I look forward to hearing stories of the deeds you accomplish with it.
Alright, bye. Okay, what do we have now, though? We have a new weapons. Heaven Strike. Hey, there's our frost thing. I was talking about that weeks ago. Hell yes. What does it look like? Oh, it's purple. So, Heaven Strike. Power attacks deal moderate frost accumulation to hit nearby enemies. Hits deal plus 10% frost damage. This weapon was impressive indeed before Forge Master Della had a chance to further refine it. Now, however, it is a true masterpiece. The barrel of the arquebus has proper rifling and it sits more naturally in your grip thanks to its improved overall balance. The extra force with which the weapon fires is only made possible through its increased balance, otherwise the recoil would be too much for a mere kith to handle. And then the Meteor Blade is a higher rank. It's another frost damage thing actually, so I don't know if I'm going to use it. Full combo attack gives the hit enemy negative 20% damage for 15 seconds. Hits deal plus 10% frost damage. This elegant blade is perfectly balanced. Actually, let me equip that so I can see it. Yeah, it's right there. But anyways, the elegant blade is perfectly balanced and beautifully engraved. You can feel the cold of the star metal seeping through the grip of the hilt. It is not uncomfortable, more of a constant reminder of the otherworldly nature of the material the sword is crafted from. I'm gonna miss having the fire sword, but I'm not gonna, like, mourn it. May as well break some stuff down while I am here. I'm assuming, slash hoping, that there is another... what's the word? Wait, actually, what was that homecoming quest? There's like another piece of star metal around. So I can get like the super sword. Oh, that looks nice. That also looks nice. Alright, later, losers. I'm not going to the council yet because I don't technically have a real reason. That's just like dialogue overacting. So we're heading back. Oh, that must also be non-Drew. Hey.
An outlander. What do you think?
Don't mean to be disrespectful, but we'd prefer not to.
Outlander coming to Solace Keep. What do you think?
Everyone's got shit to say. Just heard a frog. In this place, a frog? Oh, the abandoned tower isn't too far away. I keep forgetting how small the map actually is. Hey, a quest.
My gods, they're killing us.
Yes? Hey.
Outlander, my gods, help me. We're being slaughtered. The archives, please, gods.
Who attacked? What's going on?
My brothers, my fellow monks, they changed into monsters before my eyes. They're tearing everything apart. If the archives burn, our history is lost. Oh my gods, how could this be happening?
I'll head there right away.
Oh, thank the gods. Bless you, Outlander. Friend, thank you. Head north along the main road. The archives are on a bluff. You can't miss the smoke. Look for Grigor. He'll know what you need to do.
Brother Grigor, huh? Well, I'm not gonna head directly there. He said look for the smoke. And that's about the most smoke I see.